Good morning, my friends. I'm Danny702. Today we are heading over to the Polynesian Resort here at Walt Disney World for a different kind of video. Polynesian is one of my favorite places to come and just hang out. You can grab a drink, grab a Dole Whip, just sit along the Polynesian sand, the beach, looking over at Magic Kingdom. And the Polynesian was one of the first places that we went to when we moved to Florida nearly 3 years ago. I've got some really big news to share with you guys today. Now this is a sight I will never get sick of. We live very close to Magic Kingdom, so I actually come out here pretty often, a lot of times by myself, just to come and grab a Dole Whip or a coffee and occasionally an adult beverage. But this is no doubt probably among my top 5 places to come and just sit, do a little bit of thinking, a little bit of people watching. It's so peaceful out here. You've got the sand at your toes. You can once in a while catch the monorail going by or even the ferry boat. You can see the tippy top of Cinderella's castle there at the Magic Kingdom. I probably already put it in the title so you guys already know, but yes, we are moving back to Las Vegas. We are leaving the City of Magic and heading back to the City of Lights, and I've got a lot of feelings about this. Overall, I'm very excited. When we got the chance to move from Vegas to Florida in 2019, we jumped on it. There was a very great opportunity and I was all about it. It's always been a dream to live next to Disney World. Then being just the two of us, we really had nothing holding us back. It was something we were super excited about, just trying something new. We didn't have kids, we don't own a home, and the opportunity was really too good to pass up on. Now, of course, we had no idea that only 6 months after we moved to Florida, that the world would basically go to poop. Everything shut down, plans had to be adjusted, a lot of things had to be put on hold. I mean, you guys know, you went through it too. It got real crazy, real rocky, but 2.5 years later, and the world is finally starting to get back to normal all around. And honestly, I'm very thankful that we were here during all this craziness, but the things that we had to do in Florida, or the things we came here to do in Florida, have been done, and it's just time to go back home. I love Las Vegas. I love the West Coast. You can take the girl out of Vegas, but you cannot take the Vegas out of the girl. I'm going to miss the heck out of Orlando. Disney has always been a big part of my life since I was a kid, and how cool it's been able to just hit the parks out here, all of the theme parks, not just Disney, SeaWorld, Universal, so much cool stuff to do out here. And I got to cross off so many things on my bucket list. Christmas at Magic Kingdom and New Year's Eve, those were huge, like top of the bucket list. Also got to do so many cool festivals at Epcot. We got to swim with manatees. There was so much. I can't, water parks, oh my God. Just really amazing adventures. I made 1 or 2 really great friends out here who I'm gonna miss so much. Good friends are really hard to come by. Hopefully I'll be back in Florida. I do have an annual pass for almost all of the parks until December, but the neon lights are calling me. You know, I really don't gamble. I hardly drink. I'm not a big partier or anything like that, but I absolutely love Las Vegas. Las Vegas has the coolest history. I mean, they've got all those amazing casinos that are not only beautiful and a lot of fun to walk through, but they have the coolest background. I mean, it's dating back to the mob era, the Rat Pack era. There's a lot to do in Las Vegas, of course, and not only on the Strip, but the cities around the Strip. Las Vegas itself as a city is beautiful. We love it there. We've got friends there, we've got family there. LA, which is where we're originally from, is about a 4 or 5 hour drive away. So I'm very, very pumped about being in Las Vegas again. Then there is all the cool stuff around Las Vegas. So you can go up to Utah, you can go to Arizona, you can go to California. They're all just a day's drive away. Not even a day's drive. Some places are like 5 hours, 4 hours. A lot of things that we can do in the West Coast. But everything is set. We're heading out the first week of April, and I hope you'll join me on my journey out there. You might know that I started my channel in Las Vegas. I really loved making videos out there. It was all about researching a place and then putting my own knowledge into the videos, since I literally grew up out there. We lived there for 7 years prior to coming to Orlando, but I grew up going there monthly because my father was in Las Vegas, so we would spend weekends with him all the time. I really love sharing that city. I mean, it's more than just slot machines and gambling and what you might think of when you hear Las Vegas. There's so much more to it, and I fully intend to keep up the videos when we are back. Viva, viva Las Vegas! I'm ready for it. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's go! I think I'm gonna get a Dole Whip though. And there is a place in Vegas where you can get Dole Whips. A really cool tiki bar called the Golden Tiki off Spring Mountain. I've been there a couple of times. Actually was there with you guys before. Really cool vibe. Kind of reminds me of Disney. They, like, as soon as you walk in, you can hear Pirates of the Caribbean playing. And of course, they've got this, and they've got the adult version of this. It is a bar, so it's dripping everywhere. I'm gonna be a sticky mess after this. Worth it. Okay, this is awesome. I have never noticed this before. You know, wash off your feet after you've been in all that sand. I don't believe I'm gonna be filming our actual drive out there. So from Florida to Nevada, it's gonna take us 5 days. So 4 nights, 5 days of driving, about 7 hours every day. Mostly is gonna be just driving. Now we are going with our rabbit, who is 11.5 years old, so she's an elderly rabbit, and that is gonna be my main concern, my main focus is keeping her comfortable and keeping her healthy, as well as my husband, who's gonna be making the whole drive. He's got a stick and I don't know how to drive stick, and we're sending my car, we're gonna be shipping the car, so he's gonna be doing all of the driving. So my main focus is just keeping everybody alert but comfortable, you know, making sure that everybody's good on the drive. So because we have the rabbit with us, we do not plan on doing any sort of stopping. We would love to take a little bit more time and do a little bit of sightseeing, but with the bunny, that's hard to do. It's not like she can get out and go with us. But I will be posting on Instagram, Danny.702. You'll be seeing where we are, tracking our adventures that way, shorter clips, you know, not having to worry about editing while on the road. There's a little area up here next to some of the bungalows, so next to some of the cabins. That's always very quiet and peaceful. Another area I'd like to come and just sit. This area, you get a better view of the ferry boats going by. I get asked a lot about my move from Vegas to Florida and people, you know, thinking about doing it themselves, and I really always felt uncomfortable answering that because everybody's journey is going to be different. I felt like it was amazing. I have zero regrets. I had the best time out here, but it was never really home. And I remember being told that we would hate the traffic out here, which the traffic is pretty bad, but it's way worse in Los Angeles. They also said that we would hate the bugs, which can be a little bit annoying, but it really wasn't that bad. Then there was the weather. Everyone said we would hate the weather, and the weather is pretty brutal. The summers are very brutal. Look at right now. I mean, today I think, no, tomorrow is the first day of spring. The winter here is freaking amazing, but the humidity is hard to handle. I'm from the desert. It's hot as heck in the desert, but a whole different kind of heat. The humidity is pretty brutal. I mean, I would wake up and, you know, do my hair and do my makeup and go outside, and 10 minutes later, dripping with sweat. So it was definitely a tough one to get through. I'm honestly pretty grateful that we're leaving now in April before summer rolls on through. I mean, it starts to get hot basically now in April. But I think the hardest thing for us was just not having our family around. All of our family is in the West Coast. During the time that we've been gone, we've had a nephew and a niece. So our siblings had their very first babies. We have yet to meet them. It got really hard to travel with everything going on. I thought, hey, I can just jump on a plane and head home, but with everything that the world went through, it got really hard to do that, as well as because we do have the elderly rabbit. She has special needs. She takes medicine a lot, you know, twice a day. Just, you need somebody that has a lot of knowledge with rabbits to take care of them if we're gonna leave overnight, which is not the easiest thing to find. I really don't wanna leave her at like a vet. I don't know. I just want her to be comfortable at home. One of my cousins is getting married very, very soon, and I'm so bummed that I'm gonna miss out on that. I just miss my family. My mom is my best friend. I can't wait to see them. My grandparents. I'm so excited about seeing my family. Then there was the food. The food was huge for us. It was so hard to find good food out here, which I think it's just our palates are different, East Coast versus West Coast. I don't know. We found one place that had really great tacos, but we cannot wait to get back there and have In-N-Out, which will be the very first thing we do when we head back to the West. I think the third thing would be it was just really hard to find friends and really hard to fit in, I guess. Our hobbies, we've noticed, have a lot to do with the West Coast, like hiking, and for the husband, he likes to run, and he likes to run trails, and he likes to run up mountains, and there really isn't any of that here in Florida, as just well as things that were more accessible in Las Vegas than they are here. We still got about 2 more weeks to go, so I definitely plan on filming a few more things, a few things that we've really got to do before we head out. Gotta go to Magic Kingdom at least one more time. A few things I'm gonna try to cram in last minute. A lot of things that I didn't get to do that I'm pretty bummed about, like going to Clearwater was on my bucket list, the Florida Keys, even heading north, Wiki Wachi. There was so much on my list that we didn't get a chance to do, but I am so thankful and so blessed to be able to have lived out my dreams for a few years. And thank you for being a part of my journey. I have memories that are gonna last a lifetime. I really love creating videos and sharing my experiences with you guys, and I know that a lot of what I've done I like owe to you guys. There's a lot of things I wouldn't have done on my own, and even though a lot of the things I do on my own, I don't feel like I'm on my own because I have you guys. Like right now, I feel like I'm talking to my friends. You guys have become a part of my life. You guys have become my friends, and thank you for sharing this amazing journey with me and allowing me to come into your homes every once in a while. And I hope that you guys will join me in Las Vegas. I know some of you have already. I'm excited. A little bummed. Gonna miss a lot out here. Thanks for being a part of my world. And we'll see you real soon. Love ya.